Hi everybody and welcome. We're going to be doing about a 20-minute mat workout today with our magic circles, also known as the resistance circle. So when you're ready, meet me on the mat. Before we begin, we're going to start on our backs today, but before we even begin that, I want to just show you the Laurie's special circle squeeze. So anytime I cue you to squeeze the circle, I don't want you to just go in and out like this. That requires a lot of forearm work, a lot of hand work. What I'd rather you do is if you're pretending if I'm holding the circle, I want you to squeeze more of the pinky sides of your hands. So you get more of a spiraling action in your arm, and what that does is it engages a lot more of these muscles up around the shoulder and down into like the lats. So anytime I say squeeze the circle, we're gonna do my special squeeze. All right, let's get started. Okay, lay down on your back, my feet on the floor. And before we start using the circle, I just want you to take note of your body. What's going on today? Taking a couple deep breaths. All right, let's get to it. Reach that circle up high towards the ceiling. Get those shoulder blades on the floor so you'll feel your chest nice and open. Go ahead and squeeze and release. And squeeze and release. Now start reaching your arms back behind you towards the top of your mat with every squeeze. So just you're moving just a little bit with each squeeze. Keeping the shoulders on the ground, keeping your rib cage on the ground. And in that outward spiral in your upper arms as you squeeze. And then when you get back as far as you can go without letting your rib cage pop, just start coming back towards the ceiling little by little. And then when you reach the ceiling, you can pause. Just do a couple more squeezes so we can all catch up to each other. All right, moving into knee drops. On an inhale, drop your arms to the right and your knees to the left. As you exhale, reach your right hip back to the ground to bring your legs up. At the same time, use your right arm to press into the circle to lift your circle and your left arm up. Inhale, drop to the left. Reach through that left hip to bring the legs up to center. Press through that left arm to move that circle and your right arm back up to center. Keep going side to side. And you can do these at your own pace. And as you're doing these knee drops, just really try to drop those knees into the mat. Just let go. See how much twist you can get in that lumbar spine. Last one, guys. And then come back up to center. We're gonna take the circle now between the knees and walk your feet out a little bit wider than usual. And get a place where it fits comfortably. So it can either be right at the knees or a little bit above. And then hands behind the head. Before we start, just check to make sure you're in that neutral spine position. So tailbone is heavy, low back is light, rib cage is heavy. To lift the head, neck, and shoulders, first tuck the chin slightly towards the chest and feel that back of your neck lengthen. And then engage those upper abdominal muscles to get the rib cage further into the mat. Head, neck, and shoulders curl up. And then control it as you come down. This time we're gonna add in the legs. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Give that circle a nice squeeze. Here's the hard part. Slowly come down. Slowly release the circle. And up you go again. And release. We can go a little bit quicker. Just keep in mind that you are in control of the circle. Don't let the circle pop your knees open. Elbows are staying nice and open. They're not going to crowd in around your face. Try to initiate the squeeze from your inner thighs rather than your knees. See if you can come up and squeeze a little bit higher on this next one. All right, next one, hold it up there. Hold that squeeze. We have 10 little pulses with the upper abs. So up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little. And hold that lift. 10 quick pulses with the inner thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pulses of both, or 10 pulses each at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. My pulses did not feel very coordinated today. That one's a hard one for your brain. It's like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. All right, guys, we're gonna take the circle, place it around your knees or slightly above. Feet down on the floor. This time your feet are in line with your sits bones. Hands back behind the head. And just like before, lengthen through the neck, tuck the chin, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, press out. And then control the circle back to its resting position. Exhale, press with those outer thighs way up high. Keep the lift coming from those upper abs. Again, they go down into the mat, or the ribs go down into the mat. Head comes up. All right, lead your head, neck, and shoulders up. Hold that press. 10 quick pulses with your upper abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Now legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release it down. Take your circle in your right hand, place the other pad against your left thigh. Right hand, left thigh. Left hand behind your head. Everything from your belly button down is gonna stay even on the right and left side, so no shifting of the weight. You're gonna reach your left shoulder up and over towards your right hip and give that circle a nice squeeze with that right arm. And as you're squeezing the circle, you're using the whole arm to do it, not just the hand. Come on down. And up you go again. Remember, this twist comes from the core, comes from the torso. So your head, neck, and shoulders keep the same relationship with each other, whether you're up or down. Reach up and hold this next one. Hold it still and strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost lost count there. And go ahead and come on down. All right, left hand holds the circle, right hand goes against the thigh, right hand behind your head. Same thing. Stay even on the right and left sides. And then reach that right shoulder up and over towards your left hip. Squeeze that circle with your entire arm. Few more. On this next one, hold it up there. Hold still and strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Whew, those upper abs, they are awake. They're putting the circle back between the knees or slightly above. Feet are wide. Arms down by your side. Stay light in the feet at first. Rock the pelvis towards you. Then you can start getting into the feet and the legs as you start rolling up into your bridge. Get those hips nice and high. Once you're at the top, squeeze the circle about 6 or 7 times. Hold the last squeeze and roll down nice and slow. Find the articulation in your spine. Hold on to that squeeze. Roll all the way through your low back into your sacrum, and then control the circle as you bring it back to the resting position. So as you open your knees up, you're staying in control. Let's try it again. So lighten the feet. Use your belly muscles to rock your pelvis towards you. And then start rolling up, 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 up. Hips high, shoulders heavy. Once you get up into your full bridge, 6 or 7 squeezes. Hold the last one, roll down. Hold that squeeze until you get to your neutral, and then slowly release it. One more bridge like that. Ready? Let's go. Rock the pelvis towards you, roll it up. Get those hips a little bit higher this time. Point those kneecaps straight ahead and squeeze. Hold that last one, roll it down. And then release it with control. Okay, legs back through the circle. Feet on the floor, another bridge. So lighten the feet, rock the pelvis towards you, roll it up. And this time, we're not gonna press out. Instead, we're gonna reach the right leg up and long. Place it back down. Reach the left leg up and long. Place it back down. Now, the hard part about these, well, there's a couple hard parts, is keeping the pelvis lifted and even, so we don't let the pelvis sinking on one side or the other. Also, try to keep even weight in your shoulders and your arms. Try just a few more. And next time both feet are on the floor, you can go ahead and roll it down slow. Look for the mobility in your spine. Good. And down. Take the circle up from your legs. Hold it in your hands again. And actually reach your legs out long. We're going to do the roll up. So if you need a towel underneath your low back, go ahead and grab it now. Alrighty, circles, reach up and behind our heads towards the top of our mat. So we're as long as we can possibly be. Legs are engaged, feet are flexed. And exhale, squeeze that circle. Remember my special squeeze. Start rolling up. All the way up to sitting, and we're gonna give it 5 good squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll it back. Reach the circle up overhead towards the top of your mat, and we'll go again. Squeeze that circle, nice spiraling in the upper arms, and roll it up. Sit up nice and tall, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll it down, hold that squeeze. Reach, 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 reach. Good, this time keep the squeeze and roll it back up. And squeeze it more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the squeeze, roll it down. So we're not resting at all anymore with the arms. We're constantly squeezing the circle, either a little or a lot. And roll it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be our last one. Roll it down. Keep reaching through those heels. Stay long. And up. Sit up tall, 5 squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let those arms rest. Roll out the shoulders a little bit. And then loop your circle somehow around your feet. It doesn't matter what part of your foot is on it. The circle is just going to assist us in a nice hamstring stretch. So sit up tall, tall, tall. Sits bones in the floor. And then it's your choice. You can either hinge forward at the hips, keeping a nice neutral back, or you can scoop through your belly, dive over your legs. You might have to walk up on your circle a little bit, and hold that stretch. This dive up and over your lap stretch gives you a stretch in the hamstrings and can also really help you if you're tight in your lower mid-back area. All right, sit yourself back up, and we're gonna come down to our right sides with a circle in between our ankles, slightly above the ankle bones. And today we're gonna be propped up on our elbows. Makes it a little bit harder to balance. We want to keep even weight in our hips. We want that elbow right under our shoulder, and this forearm and the side of the right hand are staying connected to the floor the whole time. And then the right side of the rib cage, we want to make sure it's staying lifted up, and that right shoulder is staying away from the right ear. At that point, we can start. Ready? Press the circle. Ooh, I have to fix mine. Press the circle and slowly release. Press and release. So you're staying in control of the circle. Don't let the circle bounce you around like mine just did. If you are getting a lot of those bounces and wiggles, just go a little bit slower. Focus a little bit more. And maybe not squeeze quite as much. So it's not about how much you squeeze the circle, it's how much control you're keeping. That rib cage lifted. Two more. And then bring your torso down to your arm. So you're resting your ear on your arm. Lift both legs up. Stay heavy in the bottom hip, light in the bottom waist. And then keep squeezing. Your squeeze will not be as big. And again, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the control in the squeeze and the stability in the upper body. Now squeeze the circle, lower both legs down, keep squeezing it. We're not gonna let go. Lift both legs up, both legs down, both legs up, keeping the squeeze. Stay nice and long through your waistlines, so that space between your rib cage and your pelvis. Lots of space. All right, guys, last one. Beautiful. All right, bend your knees. Take the circle, place it on the outsides of your ankles now. And then prop yourself back up on your elbow. Rib cage lifted, and we're gonna press up and release. Up and release. Your bottom leg will be working in order to stabilize the circle. That top leg is gonna start talking to you really soon, right in this area. Two more. All right, come on down to the lower level. And bring your knee out, or bring your foot out of the circle, bring your foot in front. Balance in your upper body. So lots of core muscles keeping you stable here. Point those left toes, and then you're gonna pick that left leg up, arc it over the circle, and go back just as far as you can without losing the stacked hips. So you might not be able to go all the way, and that's okay. Bring that foot back, touch the floor in the front, up, and go back just as far as you can go without your upper body moving forward. Stay stacked in the upper body. Let's try a few of those. Back and forth. Last one. All right, here's where it gets fun. Bring your circle in between the ankles again. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So you can either roll over and face the other way, or you can get really creative and swing around to the other side. And let's go again. Oh, prop yourself up on your elbow, elbow under the shoulder, rib cage lifted, squeeze and release. Remember, stay in control. Try to minimize those bounces and wiggles. Use your inner thighs. And just a few more like this. All right, come down to the lower level. And then lift the legs up in the air, staying balanced on that bottom hip, and do your squeezes there. And then maintain a squeeze, lower the legs down, lift the legs up. Good, and then got one more in there. And then reach down, grab your circle, and place it on the outsides of your ankles. Prop yourself up, nice high rib cage away from the floor. Remember, your arm stays connected to the mat all the way down into your little pinky finger. And press up and release. Two more. All right, bring yourself back down to the lower level. Take that leg out, bring it to the front. And just like before, you may not get all the way back there. Reach that top leg up and over, going back just as far as you can go without losing your balance, and then come back forward. Two more. Good, and then you can drop your circle. You can kick it away from you. Roll yourself up to sitting. Thank you so much for joining me and my circle today. It's always a pleasure. Email us if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.